Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long time, but we're finally back with some InGear action. Here I have my good buddy, my friend, my father, my grandfather, my everything, Mackenzie Taylor. Mackenzie, good evening. How you doing, my friend?
One of your more interesting introductions, Juan, but yeah, I'm good. We're back with a proper GT3 Championship, some awesome tracks. Really looking forward to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a quick red walk. And let's go with our leader, with the Bjorky man. It's Robert Bjorkman leading the way from Trunley, Bamanikis, Buchan, Baxter, Heath, Overend, Kasaski, Stapleton, Christie, Birch, Ryberg, Wood, Plaggery, Lowe, Anderson, Ravascushes, 17 drivers.
Really quickly, we've got a couple new teams tonight. Keeper to the Peace, Dan Birch and Kozalski, if that's correct. And I'm going back from my list. Formula L's back with Harry Stapleton and Joe Anderson. And we've got Ben Blackery and Dan Racing. I'm not sure on his in-game name yet because everything's all been entered to us last minute as per usual. But they are under Breakdown Racing. So we've got a few teams to go up against the usuals of Spearhead Race Engineering and, of course, InGear Motorsport tonight. So that's another little dynamic that's going to play out that I'm looking forward to.
It seems like Stapleton has it covered. What a start. We move back with Trunley, who has just dropped to P2. The bottom of Manicus. It is looking super tight amongst all of the drivers. Let's check on Kirk Heath is at the moment sitting on P5. That's a very bad exit from Robbie Trunley, who's just in position left and right. He might lose another one in a few short seconds if he doesn't cover himself as we approach the SS. Time for full speed. The pit window has opened as we see Kirk Heath taking one of the bollards off the corner, and look at Trunley. He's gonna go for it on Mr. Van Manicus. He makes it a work or not. Maybe Van Manicus can bring it back. Let's see. There's quite a bit of runway. As you can see, that is not the point. That is not the point to do it. Christie, unfortunately, taking a trip to the gravel. Of course, making homage.
Yep, illustrated your point nicely there, didn't he? You're talking about it being a tricky track coming out of Coppice, just ran a bit too wide out onto the grass. You're pushing it so hard, that's the thing, and being a typical British track, the runoff is basically straight onto grass in many places, so if you go a bit too wide, you of course lose loads of time, the grass drags you out. If you don't push hard enough that you're running out wide, you lose loads of time.
That is a dive from Trunley, who I told you was losing positions left and right. Here we see Kirk Heath. He's going to stay on fit momentarily. Buchan has gone through him. The fight continues, let's see. Throughout the whole exit, and unfortunately, some time to go. Let's see if he can bring it back on the S. It's time for them as we see. Damn, that Lamborghini is looking good. The nose out. He's trying to put the pressure on. Gotta keep it safe. Christie. Trip.
Yeah, those curbs, they'll get you. What happened there is the car ran wide, the rear left wheel dropped over the lip of the curb, and it kind of sucks you out a little bit, and as you get to the end of the curb, it just spits you off again the other direction. So you kind of get the worst of both ends of the curb there, and it just rotates the car in towards the barrier. So Christie having a bit of a hard time with that AMG so far this evening.
Oi! Down low! What has happened? Going through red gate, losing the traction and losing the car, unfortunately. Hitting the power a little too much. Mackenzie, 42 minutes to go. You know, I love the detail. Double England wall. I like it. Look at this, Mackenzie. Look at this. A 3 wide. The edges of Charlie. Isn't this a wonderful sight to be seen? Look at Anderson. That's not going to be a good exit. That is going to be Heath ahead. And it looks like Askowski is going to take it as well. 2 per 1.
Epic racing. Everyone made it through. Again, it's a British track. There's little runoff, and 3 cars managed to go 3 wide into turn 1 and still survive to tell the tale. So, nice job, boys, putting on a good show. But I know you said you didn't like chess, Juan, but you have to think about it here. Anderson could have let Kirk Heath, who was a car out of position for pitting early and quicker anyway, come through, not lost too much time, and he probably would have still been ahead of Kozlowski. But through putting up that defence, he's actually lost 2 places, not 1. And looking at the times, actually, Trunley has been catching up to Bjorkman, only by a few tenths since we last looked. But yeah, he's bringing that gap down. I mean, whether he'll catch it fully, I don't know. But certainly, yeah, you can see he's back of Bjorkman's wing. There's lots of space still between him and the next car. You can barely see Trunley in the distance. So you never know, a little mistake, and that could be just enough to open it all back up again. So he's not completely out of the woods yet, is Robert Bjorkman.
I cannot believe it. That is you just commentator. You didn't even commentator Kirsten. You just directly cursed him. No commentator in the way. My God, just a little mistake. Wow. That's the love you have for your man, Bjorkman. Unbelievable.
And I'm disappointed, actually, he's not got a livery tonight with his trademark Bjork Hub sponsorship all over it and only Japs.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I was looking for that subscription a little bit. It's a very good service there in the we're joking. Well, that's a good sign.
Well, when he watches Bjork Hub, you don't want to know.
Hey, you don't want to know what it can do to your body.
Yeah.
What did you have for dinner, Benny? What did you have for dinner?
Some tuna pasta salad thing.
Riveting as always.
Yeah, wasn't the greatest, but there we go.
Unlike this race, which is the best thing you've ever seen ever, right?
It's been pretty good. There's not been that many incidents, thankfully. So, for once, it's been pretty good.
I ask you now. This is I don't want to sound like you are the biased, but who is your driver of the day for the moment?
It's got to be Bjorkman, isn't it?
Oi, sorry for interrupting you. Look at that move from Kevin Wood. Oh, we have Heath.
Heath.
Oh, yeah.
Heath, no.
Losing the traction on Redgate.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's gonna get ludicrous. Let's give it a ludicrous. Kaskowski looking for an outside move. Let's see if he can work the switcheroo. I can tell you, Adam Kaskowski right now is looking for the opportunity, and I can tell you he ain't gonna wait too long. Baxter for DODD from our lovely, the best in the world, to Charlotte. 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and Kirky is feeling the pressure. We got the Ferrari of Kaskowski trying to go for the fight. And sorry, Benny, for interrupting you. Who is your driver of the day?
Yep. It's not a championship until Kirk Heath gets a drive-through penalty, is it? But normally we get at least one race out of the way. Oh my God, he will be very livid.
If you try to do something with the Charlotte, I whoop your ass. So here you have Trunley with a very bad exit. He's actually going to let Van Manicus go. Don't tell me you're running low on fuel. It's not looking good, eh?
That was really peculiar.
He's coming in the pit lane.
Oh no! Trunley having to pit now. I wonder if he's been caught out by that mandatory tyre change that's in the rules as well. He's flicking his indicators left and right. I wonder if he's listening to the stream. Leave your left indicator on if you're listening to us right now.
What a shame. He's going to come out in 6th. Today, you still got to commend him for the great job he has done. And here you have the man who's going to become the first race winner of the championship. Robert Bjorkman takes the checkered flag and takes the victory for the first round of the GT3 Championship. Incredible. Van Manicus is going to end it on P2. Only has to go straight now. He's going to be able to do that. And that's going to be amazing. The mighty Mughal is going to top off the podium. And look is going to take you forward. Mr. Kasatsky! Trunley! He's running low on fuel.
So it was fuel.
But he pitted.
Splashed and dashed, but didn't splash enough, perhaps. Isn't that right, Ben Mulborough?
And look at Joseph Anderson, the poor guy. We're here to keep the car straight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Kaskowski in 4th, Heath in 5th. Baxter in 6th. Here you have your driver of the day. Reinberg in 7th. Can Trunley make it till the end? Look at him on high gear. He's trying not to consume any fuel. Here you have him. Yeah. What a shame. What a shame from 2nd to 8th, but hey.
Stops on the line.
Well, Mackenzie, what a race we have had, and let me tell you, this one is coming to an end. I'll say that was a great first race of the season. Really, really enjoyable. And man, I'm really looking forward for the next round. That's for sure.
Yeah, for me, that was that's probably the best round one we've had in terms of fair driving. We had the battles still, but we didn't have cars just crashing into each other left, right, and centre. I think that's testament to some of the regulars knowing how to race each other really well, but also some of the new guys. It's always a nervous moment for me, because someone running a league, when you have new names in the mix, you think, please don't come in and start crashing into everyone. Yeah. And they behaved really well, so that's fantastic. And the other thing, just looking at the finishing order, look at that. AMG first, BMW second, Ferrari third. So, you know, we talked about the Ferrari being quite popular in terms of car choice, but still the other cars able to be up there, and in fact the Ferrari being beaten by 2 other manufacturers at the moment. So talk about Kunos and updates and balance of performance. Clearly nothing too much of an issue at the moment. And of course the Lamborghini was quick as well on the right time and the right laps at a track that it's not normally known to be that fast at. Trying set the fastest lap in it. So that's a 4th manufacturer in there as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and have a good night.
Thank you. See you in 2 weeks.